वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. I warmly welcome to entire Sangat in today's topic. Every Tuesday we are discussing different topics and trying to understand Gurbani in English. And this week we will be discussing on the topic of sin and crime. Sin and crime is very basic and very important topic in today's life. Most of the interpretations we may say or we may read, they explain the meaning of sin and crime is on the similar way. Most of the time or in different interpretations, we may read the meaning of sin and meaning of crime is same. But if we go according to Gurbani, then it's huge difference between sin and crime. नर अचेत पाप ते डर रे. Sin is basically starts when we start thinking bad. Sin is completely dedicated to our mind only, to our thoughts. Whatever we are thinking, that comes under thought. If we have any dirty thinking, if we are thinking something bad about someone, so that comes under sin. The moment when our body also participates in that sin. For example, if I'm just thinking about to do a robbery, it's part of sin. But the moment I will actually do a robbery, that will comes under crime. So sin is thinking. Sin is like a seed, but crime is like a tree. That is why Gurbani says, Nar achet paap te dar re. Paap means sin. Be afraid of your sin. Gurbani never focused much about crime because the seed is sin. If we want to do anything bad, firstly, everyone have to plan. If someone wants to go for a robbery, he need to plan about it, how he gonna do it, or a lot of things he need to measure. Then only he can go for crime. So it begins with sin. Entire society, government, all the laws just to stop the crime in human beings. What they want, people should not commit any crime. So if someone is committing any crime, if someone is doing any crime at any place, every government have different kind of laws. They are giving punishments. They are sending people in the jail. And the most dangerous punishment is death penalty as well. Even in Singapore, if police can find some amount of drug from any people or any person, he may get death penalty for that crime as well. Just carrying drug, because for that they think it's very harmful for the society. Every government have different kind of laws. If we study about Arab countries, so if someone is trying to go for robbery, they cut their hands. If they catch a person who went for robbery, they just cut the hand. And many places and many different things, they are killing a person as well. Death penalty is almost available, or we can say death penalty. Every country is giving death penalty for different kind of crimes. Death penalty is there. Many different kind of punishments are there. Jail is there, or we may say jails of entire worlds are completely full, or we can say there are a lot of criminals in the jail right now. Still, we cannot say there is no crime. Even after many hard punishments, still we can see crime is there, because Gurbani says it's matter of chance actually. Mostly people are thinking bad, but they are not performing any bad deeds because there is law, society, and a lot of other things. Or we may say many philosophers believes in that as well. Psychology believes in that people are not getting proper chance to commit a crime. If they are getting a chance, if they know after committing a crime, they'll never get caught, so they may do it. Most of the people are looks good or they are not doing crime, but they are thinking about it. We may think about ourselves. Do we always think good thing only, or we a thought bad thoughts too comes in our mind? Definitely everyone's is comes under sin. There are, but still, if we go ahead, so religion and society, the way to teach a human is different. As an example, we may try to understand with this example. There are two kind of mothers. One, there is a small child in her house, and child always loves to play with toys. Actually, everything is like a toy to a child. If you don't get any child, if a child don't get any toy, he may say to his father, yeah, you can be like a toy. He loves to play. Everything is a toy for a kid. He play and even he breaks. So there are two kind of mothers. One just shout on him, one may beat him, one may slap him and say, don't do this. It doesn't mean that kid will stop doing it. He will look for an opportunity after that. He will think about playing. He will think about to have some toys. He will think about to break some toys, but he'll be afraid of getting slapped. He'll be afraid of getting punishment. But there is another mother as well. What she does, she give anything to that kid to eat something. You can eat that dish. You can have this. You can have a chocolate. So what she is doing, she is diverting the mind of a child. This is what religion is doing. Law is doing, he's punishing the people, he's slapping the people, he's killing the people and telling them to stop doing crime. Still they are doing it whenever they are getting chance, because it's the matter of chance actually. But what religion is doing, religion is teaching, religion is trying to change his thought. If any child can get diverted from playing to playing with toys, and he concentrating on food, then definitely he'll not play. So religion is not slapping. Even if we read in Sikh history as well, Guru Nanak Sahib went to many people. Maybe that person was Sajjan Thug. He killed many people. If we read in the history, Sajjan killed many people. But the moment Guru Nanak Sahib reached there, Guru Nanak Sahib did not slap him, did not kill him. What Guru Nanak Sahib did, Guru Nanak Sahib changed his thought. Guru Nanak Sahib changed his energy to right path, because it's possible. So religion don't slap, religion just trying to change our mind. So according to that, and one more thing came, according to the researchers, one thing came here, punishment makes a sure criminal. Once someone gets a punishment, he becomes a sure criminal. Again and again, he gonna commit any other crime. According to research, once any person trap into any kind of any crime, once his name is associated with any crime, he don't walk on right path. Because then infamy, then dishonor, or we can say shyness is already gone. Now he knows everyone gonna call him a killer or criminal. So that is why he will not walk on the path of Almighty, or we may say on the social things as well. Once a criminal is always criminal. I'm not saying 100%, but most of the times it's happening according to a research. Now we may divide three more kind of people. First type was the one who is thinking bad, the one who is thinking about committing any crime and performing as well. This is the first category. They are thinking, they are planning, and then they are doing it. Sin, and they are converting their sin into crime. There is another category. अंदरों झूठे पैज बाहर दुनिया अंदर फैल. This is the second category. They are thinking bad. In the imagination, in their thought process, they are thinking a lot of bad things. They may want to kill someone. They are maybe thinking about greed or lust, or to kill someone, or to do any kind of any robbery. But they are just thinking about it. They are not performing those things. Outside, they are doing a lot of good things. अंदरों झूठे पैज बाहर दुनिया अंदर फैल. While going into the normal world, what they are doing a lot of good things. They may be going to religious places. They are giving any kind of donations. They are doing a lot of good things just to have, just they can hear, so that they can hear a lot of things. And what they are doing, people are thinking again and again about these things, about they want to do a lot of good things. They are thinking so that they can do many kind of other things. They are just want to get some good feedback from the people. They get good feedback. What happens? Jiho mele bahro nirmal. From heart, they are polluted, but outside they looks good. So another way, what they are doing, je bahron pul chuk bol de pi khare har pane. Another category is they are thinking good, but they are performing something bad. First category is they are thinking bad and they are doing bad as well. This is the first category. But then if we go ahead, then there is another category, those who are thinking bad, but they are performing good so that they can get attention from the people. As there is a story also comes in the life of 6th Guru, Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. Har Gobind Sahib Ji had did nourishment for a person, for a child named Bhagat Sutra. Bhagat Sutra was doing Chaur Sahib to Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, and Har Gobind Sahib Ji was giving religious lecture, giving katha to the Sangat. Then what happened? One saint came there. He put all the clay on his body and sit next to Guru Sahib Ji in the Sangat. And what that Bhagat Sutra did, he was standing behind Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, 6th Guru. So he was just teasing him again and again. Once that saint ignored him. Secondly, again he ignored him. And again he was ignoring, but that Bhagat Sutra was doing same thing again and again. Finally he went to catch Bhagat Sutra. Then Guruji asked him what happened. He said, then that saint said to Guruji, this person was teasing me again and again, so I got angry. Then Guruji asked to Bhagat Sutra, were you doing the same thing as he said? Then Bhagat Sutra replied, he put clay on his body. I was just trying to find out, is it just looking like a religious person? He's showing he becomes like a clay, just like a dust. I just wanted to check it, but as I tried to tease him, now he became so angry. So I can say he just looking like a religious person, but he is not. Most of the time what happens, we wear good, beautiful clothes. We may wear white clothes or any religious kind of clothes, but religion is not a matter of clothes only. It's a matter of inside, what we are thinking. So this is a second kind of people, those who thinks, but they don't perform. Jiho mele Baharo nirmal. Inside polluted, but outside they looks pure. Then there is a third category, inwardly pure. Je baharo pul chuk bol de, pi khare har pan. What happens in this category? They are thinking good. There are no sins in their mind, but while speaking, while doing, while performing their actions, sometimes what happens? They just did something wrong. They don't want to do it, but it happens. Je bahro pulchuk bolde pi khare har pani. As I'll just share a small story of Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji once again. So it was a story of with Bhagat Sutra Ji, and this is another story. Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji was going through a forest. One old lady was praying to God to meet Guruji for a long time. Finally, her dream came true and she met Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji was in front of her and she got dumbfounded. She remembered one sentence, "How papi tum bakshanhar." How papi tum bakshanhar, which means I am a sinner and you are the forgiver. I am a sinner and you are the forgiver. He was just remembering the sentence. He prepared it well. But the moment she met with Guruji, what happened? She got dumbfounded. She was stunned. And instead of saying, "How papi tum bakshanhar," she started saying opposed to that. She remembered the sentence, "I am a sinner and you are the forgiver." But after meeting Guruji, she said opposed that you are a sinner and I am the forgiver. You are a sinner and I am the forgiver. She repeated it again and again and loudly and loudly. Then Sikhs came down from their horses and stopped that lady. But Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji was smiling. He did not react. Then Sikhs asked to Shri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, "Did you hear what she was saying? She was saying sinner to you and yet you are smiling." Then Guruji smiled and said, "You were hearing what she was saying from her mouth. I can hear what she was saying from her heart. From the deep down of her heart, she was just saying, I am a sinner and you are the forgiver. Please forgive all my sins." This is what happens. Gurbani says, "Je bahron pul chuk bol de, pi khare har pani." Even if they misspeak outwardly, still they are very pleasing to Lord. God don't say anything. Je bahron pul chuk bol de. They said it, but they did not mean it. So it is not coming under a sin or a crime. Kahe Nanak jin man nirmal sada rahe gur na le. As Guru Amar Das Ji is again saying us, Kahe Nanak jin man nirmal, those who are pure by their heart, sada rahe gur na le, those who all people will stay close to God, close to Guruji, if we have pure heart. Jin man hor, mukh hor, se kande kacha. Gurbani doesn't accept people if we have something else in our heart, but we are saying something else. Gurbani doesn't appreciate that. Gurbani wants us to be pure by heart as well. So now there is a fourth category comes. Inwardly pure and outwardly pure. Oye andron bahron nirmale, sache sach samay. So this is a fourth category. These kind of people, those who don't perform bad, they even don't think bad. Normally what happens, most of the people, as researchers also says, mostly people are committing sins in their mind. We are thinking a lot of bad things. There are a lot of bad thoughts are in our mind, but we are not able to perform. Why? Because we are afraid of society. Why? Because we are afraid of law. We are afraid. We are a lot of afraid. Why? Because there is police is there, government is there. We know if we'll do it, if we commit any crime, we will be in the jail. ओए अंदरों बाहरों निर्मले सच्चे सच समाये. So there are few people, those who are pure inside and very pure outside as well. जी हो निर्मल बाहरों निर्मल बाहरों ता निर्मल जी हो निर्मल सतगुर ते करणी कमाणे. So those who are pure by heart and very pure by outside as well, they are thinking good, performing well. So those people comes close to God. Guruji gave a lot of respect, a lot of love to people like this. And there is a chance we can, even if we are committing any kind of any sins or crimes, we have option to still walk on the path of Almighty. Aparadhi papi udhre meri jindadiye Jan Nanak Khin Har Rate Ram. Now Gurbani is saying, even if you are aparadhi, any criminal or papi, any sinner, udhre meri jindadiye Jan Nanak Khin Har Rate Ram. Still, even if we can become servant of God, He forgive all these things. There is a story about Bhagat Sadhanaji as well. He was running a meat shop at his time, Bhagat Sadhanaji. But later he felt he's doing something bad, he should not do it. Later he changed his profession, and Bhagat Sadhanaji's Shabad are available in Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji as well. So once he was doing something else, but later he walked on the path of Almighty, then Guruji accepted him. And we may say many examples from the life of Shri Guru Nanak Sahib Ji. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji went to Pai Sajjan. Even he became religious person, Guruji accepted him. Patit pavan har naam te ayo, sab kilvik paap lahe. Patit pavan. He is the one who is Patit pavan. Patit means to whom we cannot polluted. Normally things, if something is clean, we can say this was clean, but now it's dirty. We can say it, but there is no way to make dirty to God. There are never bad thoughts in God's mind. We may say we are just saying it. God is a power, but we are just saying it for our understanding. So He's always pure. So we must meditate the name of the Lord. He is always ready to accept it. We always give the example of Bhai Gurdas Ji again and again. Charan sharan gur ek penda jai chal, sat gur kot penda aage hoye let hain. Guruji is always ready to hug us. Guruji is always ready to accept us. Just the matter of when we are ready to walk. When we want to walk, so it is always available. It's always possible anytime. So today's takeaways was difference between sin and crime. We try to understand that sin is just whenever we are just thinking bad, that comes under the part of sin. And crime, when we are ready to do it, when we are committing it, so it comes under crime. So most of the people are doing sins in their mind, but not doing crime because they are not getting proper option, we may say, or not getting the chance. So there were four categories of human beings about sin and crime. First category is those who are thinking bad and performing bad as well. So doing sins and crime, thinking bad, doing bad. So this is the first category. The another one is those who are thinking bad, but they are doing good to get praise from people. Like Bhai Sajjan Ji also used to do. He used to kill people, but still he used to give donation to normal people so that he can hear praise, so that people may praise him. So a lot of things that we are doing in today's life just to get praise. So second category is the one who is thinking bad but doing good. Third category is the one who is thinking good, but sometimes it happens they do something bad. It happens automatically. So they are also not under sin or crime. God accepts all those things. Society focus on good deeds. There are many punishments if someone commit suicide, if someone committing any kind of any crime. Society focus on good deeds. Society wants us to do good. They don't want us to do any kind of any robbery, not to kill anyone, not to harass anyone. Society is completely focused just to stop crime. But positive thinking leads to good action, and Gurbani is thinking much deeper. He wants us to think good, because whenever someone is doing any kind of any crime, firstly he need to plan it. So whenever someone is planning, then only he will perform. If someone wants to do a robbery in a bank, firstly he need to plan a lot of things. He need to study about a lot of things. Then only he will go. So if we are not thinking bad, then automatically crime can finish from the society. We may say this day did not come, but everyone is trying for that day, but trying to stop crime by giving punishment to those people only. Till date, many people lost their lives. Still, crime is there. Many people lost their hand. Still, crime is there. So many people got and many kind of punishments. Still, crime is there. So because seed of crime is sin, and seed of sin is bad thought. So Kurbani completely focus on pure thinking. Good heart is always superior to good deeds. So good heart is always needed. So Kurbani completely or every time just focus on good thinking. पर यह मत पापा के संग ओ तो पै नावे के रंग पुन्नी पापी आखन नाहे कर कर करना लिख ले जाओ कर कर करना. Here also Guru Nanak Sahib Ji said 2 times kar kar karna. It means if you are doing something by your heart, not just thinking good, and you are doing good, while doing good, if you have pure attentions, so which is the ultimate. Kar kar karna likh le chaho. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji says this. So we need to focus on our things. We need to focus on our thought. If any bad thought is coming to our mind, if we are thinking something bad, we need to stop it there. If someone will throw any dirt in any dirtiness in our house, any dirt from his house to our house, we will stop him. Don't throw any kind of any dirty things to my house. But if someone throw any dirty thoughts in our mind, we accept it, we appreciate, and even we calls the next person to our close friend. We need to focus on our thinking, as we always try to keep clean house, clean rooms, and everything should be clean. So we must try for the clean thinking as well. So in this is the way with that we can walk on the path of Almighty. So these were the today's takeaways. May Guruji bless us all. So now it's the time for the interaction. If you have any questions, any doubt, any feedback, or if you want to contribute in any possible way, whatever is coming to your mind, so you are just feel free to ask me. So now it's the time for the Sangat. You may ask any of your questions, feedbacks, and whatever is in your mind, or if you want to share anything related to the topic, so you all are most welcome. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Hanji Harcharan Singh Ji, you are unmuted.
Actually, I thought I just forgot about it. Okay, but last I heard your kar karna likh le jao, api bhi jape karo. I was thinking to myself, this kar karna likh le jao. कोई जो तू पाप करदा है तेरे नाल ले जाने तू ते आप ही बीज आप ही खाओ, वो आप ही तो बीजना आप ही तो खाने हैं. I was thinking this one, but when you say that कर करना लिख ला जाओ, that तू कर करना लिख ला जाओ, you think that you're doing good. Is it? Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes, kar means if we are thinking and we are performing with pure, we can say we are just dedicated, we dedicated ourselves to that thing. So then it's only we can say it got written. So if we are not thinking bad, but it happens, so these are the different things. If we are thinking and doing, if we can say if we are doing any bad thing with our heart, that mostly it happens. So in that case, yes. So in
So
that way,
therefore,
Guruji is saying.
it can be either bad or could be good, right? Either way.
Yes, either way. Yes.
If you do good, you're going to take your good deeds with you, and if you're doing bad, also you're going to take a bad. And then it says, "Api bij api khao." If you do
Ape
good,
bij ape khao.
you grape. If you do good, you reap the goodness. If you do bad, you're going to reap bad fruits as well. Same thing. So I think it's either way, right?
Yeah. Yes, either way. Exactly, Charanji.
That's what I'm thinking about here. Okay. Thank you very much for clearing that.
Okay, ji. Thank you so much. Thank you, Charanji.
Thank you.
हाँ जी, anyone else from the Sangat? हाँ जी, करतार जी.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਮਾਸਟਰ ਜੀ.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. ਕਰਤਾਰ ਕੌਰ ਜੀ.
ਇੰਟਰਸਟਿੰਗ ਕਨਸੈਪਟ. ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਸੀ ਸਿਨਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਗਲਤ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਬਟ ਯੂ ਸਪੋਕ ਅਬਾਊਟ sin being a thought, and if we put the thought into action, then it becomes a crime. Right. So what about our 5 evils that we have, that yes. Sins, are they also sins? Because we do think of lust, we do think of greed, we do have anger, because yes. We are born with it.
Yes.
So are that sinful?
Till the time we are just thinking, for example, just thinking about lust, thinking about greed, it's part of sin. But the moment I take my body to harass someone to perform that sin, it becomes crime. Okay. So it's possible in both ways. Till the time it's in our mind, it's part of sin. But the moment we take our body with it and harass someone, it becomes crime.
Okay. So I believe human beings are imperfect. Nobody is perfect. And we all have a free will to do what we want. These 5 evils that we have, we are born with it. Whether to act on it or not to act on it is in the hands of the human being. Right? Yes. It is all in your hands and in your mindset. So at any one time, I feel that all of us have been guilty of these sins. There have been times when we have been angry. There have been times when we have lusted. But yes. As long as we don't act, then we are pure. But it is very rare to find a person who is inwardly and outwardly pure. I myself yes. have got angry many times. I have myself have yearned for things. So nobody can be pure, but I feel that if we can live in constant awareness of God and yes. remember the good deeds, understand the money and apply the good values into our life, I think we can overcome our bad thoughts and not live a life of crime. Am I right, Master Ji?
Yes, Kartarji, I agree with you. Like we come with those things, lust, greed and all, but we can utilize those things in a good way as well, because all those things are required. For example, we are angry, but we do say about be rus. Angry is also needed sometimes. If we are saying something bad is happening to a good person, at that time it's part of good.
Okay.
So we need to utilize the things. It's a deep concept. We will try to keep one topic on these things someday. So, but it's deep inside, but yes, it's part of our life. We are living with it, but we can work on it. Like just thinking we just discussed, if we have pure intention, if we are not thinking to kill someone, we are not thinking to harass someone, so that on those things definitely we can work actually.
So as long as anger comes in, greed comes in, but in a good way, then we are safe.
Yes, as we read in Gurbani, Pagats do have greed to remember God again and again. It's also part of
Yes.
greed. They're saying, I want ikdu jibo lakh ho hai. In Guru Nanak Sahib Ji in Japji Sahib, ikdu jibo lakh ho hai, lakh ho vai, lakh vees, lakh geda kiye, ek naam Jagdish. My one tongue should become millions and millions so that I can say your name, Vaheguru, or I can say your name from each of my tongue. This is my desire. I want more and more. This is also part of greed if we think in a different way.
Thank you very much, Masterji. Very
Okay.
clearly explained. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you so much for asking and taking initiative, Kartar ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hanji, Satin ji, you are unmuted. Would you like to add something? Yes, I received your message. You are able to unmute. So I sent you message as well and asked to unmute. Can you unmute yourself now, Satin ji?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Vijay, we talked about, well, you talked about positive and negative thinking. I've read on several books that every person has more than about 60,000 thoughts in a day, and about 70-80% of these thoughts are negative thoughts. I just wanted your view as to, I know we are all not robots, we are not machines, and there's no switch that you can switch all those negative thoughts away. They are bound to enter your mind. You're bound to hear them. I do realize that it is best to keep away from negative people who tend to be very well not positive. So but I wanted to hear your views on how can you actually sort of filter these negative thoughts out of your head, and I know walking away is one way, but can I have some of your views on how we can try to stop these negative thoughts from or hearing negative things, and sometimes it's not what they say, it's how you perceive it, how you receive those words. So I just wanted to ask you what are your thoughts on that?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Satin ji. In Gurbani we read, "Ehe man arsi koi gurmukh dekhe." Arsi means mirror. So whenever any thought is coming to our mind, we need to look on it. What kind of thoughts are coming into my mind? This is part of meditation as well. We just need to look what kind of things. So basically, according to research or according to whatever I have read, so there are basically three kind of thoughts, negative thoughts that comes to our mind. And more interesting thing is that the same thought comes again and again. According to the research and according to the researchers and philosophical, the one who is discussing about philosophical points as well. So they are saying almost 80 to 90% thoughts are same, not different. Even today, if I'm thinking about to do robbery, tomorrow, again and again. If I'm thinking about lust, again and again. So almost 80 to 90% we are thinking the same thing again and again. So there are 2-3 ways that we can use. One, we can notice ourselves, we can write it down, because the moment we will write what kind of thought is coming to my mind, that will make us more conscious. Another that we just read the example as well, we need to try to divert our mind, because an idle mind is house of an evil. If we are sitting free, so definitely bad thoughts gonna come in our mind, and that all kind of bad thoughts are just divided into 3 basic parts, just 3. What are those 3 parts? One is about lust. Second is about greed of money. Third is doing any kind of physical harassment to someone. If we decide all of our thoughts, that we can just decide into these 3 categories. All are just part of this negative thoughts I'm talking about. So what we need to do, we just need to give more time to other good things. As right now we all are discussing and trying to understand the concept or value of Gurbani. So right now we are much focused here. So the more and more time that we can utilize in the term of Gurbani, that will help us. And the best time to do that, that is Amrit Vela. Amrit Vela vatte ka bijya pagat khaye kharch rahe nikhutte nahi. Gurbani says, if we can spend some time in meditation, in Simran, or in reading Gurbani, so that can make our entire day as well. So I am also trying, we all are trying, and we need to pray to God, may we can get on the path of that Almighty. And first stage is that if that thought is coming to our mind, as you just discussed, that bad thoughts are coming to mind, how can we work on it? This is the first stage to walk, because most of the time people don't understand bad things are coming to my mind. We don't have even that much time. So if that came in your mind, yes, my thoughts are not pure, it means like we already one step ahead. So which is good point. So later and in the morning Vela, Amrit Vela is the best time. I would just say that according to Gurbani, Amrit Vela Sachanao, Vadiyai Vichar, this can ruin all bad deeds and make our day and make good vibes in us. So may God bless you and bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijay.
Thank you so much, Satvinder. Thank you for asking question and giving your time. Yes, anyone else from the Sangat who would like to add something or any question or feedbacks? Hanji Kuldeep ji, you are unmuted.
Hanji, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh ji.
Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh, Kuldeep ji.
Well, I think this topic discussed today is actually a very big topic, which is very difficult to condense it into just 20-30 minutes of talk. And sin and crime from Gurbani perspectives. There were some take-home messages I got from you. You know, in Gurbani, what Gurbani says is that even thinking bad is already a sin, let alone doing a crime. So Gurbani is just many, many steps ahead from leading us to a life of a criminal. And along with it, you know, two very insightful questions have been put up. You know, what about vices? We are all full of vices, and how to manage those things. And of course, the last thing was that 60%, 70, 80% of the time, our mind is always, you know, thinking of sinful things. So thinking about all these things and just going back to Gurbani again, I think Gurbani gives us the answers to these questions. You know, Gurbani keeps us many, many steps ahead. It makes us look inwards. It makes us focus on ourselves. It makes us think of, it makes us think of our bad points within it. Makes us realize, you know, what we are doing. Are we really satyare? Are we really, you know, have we really conquered the 5 vices which are the problems in everybody's life? So Holly, as we listen, as we imbibe the messages, as we learn this Gurbani, it begins to, you know, change your mindset, your way of thinking. It begins to bring in you a kind of sahaj, a kind of santokh, a kind of calmness, which helps to manage, you know, and control these 5 vices, which are the basic, you know, basis of all our sins. So time and time again, you know, Gurbani tells us, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar, isnu kabu karo. And this is where I think slowly a mindset begins to change. I think from from very young, our mind begins to think crooked. We are always trying to, all these 5 senses in us are uncontrollable. And this is where Gurdwara's constant reminders, messages, Guru's stories and histories and anecdotes are all the time, reminding us that yes, we all have these vices in us. Be aware of them, manage them, control them, meditate on Vaheguru, that he can help you to bring about a different kind of personality in you, a positive thinker, a thinker of, if you have love for God, you have love for everybody. So these are the constant messages we are getting. And I think slowly and surely it can help a long way, if not a little way, to us trying to manage our sinful thoughts even, let alone going on to crimes. Crimes can be called premeditated crimes. That is willful, purposely, for a particular reason you commit a crime. But there are other crimes of emotions which can be committed because we have no control over our senses. There may be a crime done in rage or anger. So anger management, controlling our anger, being aware of our weaknesses. Gurbani is constantly trying to remind us, reinforce, refocus our minds. And I think this kind of Gurbani concepts and values are what we should try to imbibe and hopefully reduce our sins even in our thinking way of life. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Kuldeep Ji, thank you so much for contributing your own ways and in your own words. It always feels good. Thank you so much, Ji. Hanji, anyone else from the Sangat who wants to contribute or wants to share any feedbacks?
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Amarjit Ji, Hanji.
Yeah, Master Ji, some thoughts came in. So if you can allow me to share. I mean, we all know that within us there's a black bull and a white bull. I mean, this is stories lah.
Yes.
Who you feed becomes stronger. So you feed vices, the vices will become stronger, and you feed the other one, your wrongdoings become stronger.
Yes.
So like you mentioned just now, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. I mean, we all know that a flowing water, with comparison to a stagnant water, flowing water always is very clean.
Yes.
Right? Where stagnant water gets stale very fast because why? The bacteria sits in. And the same way, if we keep our mind idle, it becomes stale. That's where all the bacteria come sitting in. Just another one
Good
example that comes to my
yes.
mind. Another one thought that came to my mind was in Singapore, we have not, I don't know, I've not tried this. There's a horse. We all know there's a wild horse in the jungle.
Okay.
A wild horse which is not tame, if you try to sit on him, he or her, they will not allow you to sit on him. He will jump around.
Okay.
It will jump around. And in the same way, if our mind, which is not tame, it will make us run around. That's how we become haywire. So if we have a guru, like we have Shabad Guru, so he will tame our mind. Just like the horse, if he has a master, he will follow the master's techniques and training and all that, and you can easily ride him. And this is something that I ever heard before. Anyway, this didn't originate from my mind. It's something that just came to my mind, which I read from a Katha Vachak and all that. So just sharing all this.
Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Amarjit Ji, thank you so much for adding few more points and very valuable. And I really liked your examples. So thank you so much, Amarjit Ji. Hanji. Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Amarjit Singh Ji. Hanji, anyone else from the Sangat? Hanji, Hardeep Ji.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh Ji.
A very good lecture, Satvinder Singh Ji, on sin and crime. And the very first tukka you gave, Nar Achet Paap Te Dar Re. It should be for us like a warning that we need to be afraid of sin. So we have to think about it and what will happen if we do anything wrong. So you gave all these examples, 4 examples of outwardly and inwardly being pure or sinful and committing crime. And Bani at the end says, जिस तरह अखीरले तुक पतित पावन हर नाम त्यायो सब किलविक पाप लहे. So we put naam as much as possible or think of God as much as possible and divert our thinking and keep listening from Bani, it helps us. Because for my own personal experiences, when I'm driving, if I get angry with another driver, I start thinking and cursing the other driver. But then I tell myself, what did I learn from Bani? Stop thinking like that. Don't get angry. Change your thinking and say, no, maybe that person is forgetful. He has come in my way or something like that to change my thinking. So I feel that as Kuldeep says, we keep listening to Bani and it will affect our thinking. And hopefully we can do better in our life. Thank you, Ji.
Okay, thank you so much Ji, for sharing your daily routines experience. So it could be helpful for all of us. Thank you very much, Hardeep Ji.
Master Ji, what is a white crime? White crime.
White crime?
Yes.
White?
Yes, white.
White crime, I did not get exactly what you are saying. Crime, we just discussed whatever. If
some definition of crime, there are various types of crimes also. Voluntary and involuntary also, these are all crimes also, part of the crimes.
Yes, if we'll go more deeply, then there are some people may believe 7 kind of crimes and then a different kind of crimes. So all crimes we categorized as one only, like when we are committing crime. So we are just trying to get the root. So then definitely there are many kind of roots are there, we may say, but the basic we try to cover in this today's topic, that what crime is actually. So we will get back to you.
The crime is something like a tree with so many branches and leaves, all the various types of this and that, brown, black, all the leaves will turn color.
Yeah, crime again is divided. There are many kind of crimes are available in the world. There are people are committing many kinds of crimes, any kind of with the robbery, with the lust, with the thief. Someone is just taking some money from someone, they are not giving back to them, or any kind of physical harassment. So that are divided into many parts. So we just try to cover the main word is crime. So then definitely there are different parts of that we can discuss someday, but basically we just try to cover the first point. Bhupinder Ji.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhupinder Singh Ji. Thank you very much. But we will try to get more deeper into that as well. Thank you. Hanji.
Hanji, I think could be Bhupinder Singh Ji is referring to white collar crime when these are commercial crimes.
Okay.
Yeah, so white collar crime, embezzlement and other types of crime. Which
is a crime also. Part of the crime, is the root of the crime. The root of the crime is telling the lies.
To bolna bhi crime hai.
बिल्कुल झूठ बोलना is also coming, like firstly we are thinking like definitely there are some roots are there why we are telling a lie, है ना, कुछ फायदा है साडा, है ना, कुछ ना कुछ सोच रहे हैं.
The intention is there already.
Yes, thinking is there, part of sin.
Intention, what's the intention in your mind?
Yes, whether intention plays main role.
Good, something bad. I want to wish you good morning, I wish you good. If I want to challenge you fight, it's a challenge of fight, a crime already.
Yes, exactly, definitely. Its main basically thing is our heart, is mind, what we are thinking, because God
thoughts over mind. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Bhupinder Singh Ji, for giving your time and putting some questions ahead. Thank you, Ji. Hanji, anyone else from the Sangat who wants to contribute in any way, or we may end the session? Okay, thank you, sir, very much for giving your precious time. And I would like to tell you, like next Tuesday is a public holiday, so there will be no lecture by next week. But later we will continue with the same process and will come with the different topics, and we will try to understand Gurbani in English and try to understand concepts and values of Gurbani. Now, I would request you all may unmute yourself and we all may say Fateh together. Yes, please unmute yourself. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Master
so
Ji.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.